Hot news opinion: a contest of wills, and a way out. The New York Times. The Senate has a chance this week to move toward ending the shutdown. Will it step up? The editorial board represents the opinions of the board, its editor, and the publisher. It is separate from it is beyond time for this pernicious shutdown to end. With each passing day, the continuing battle increasingly resembles an episode of Real Housewives, with the attendant name-calling and hair-pulling. On January 6, come Saturday, Mr. Trump introduced that he touted as a grand compromise, but that, in reality, included enough to gag all but fervent hardliners. On Wednesday, the State of the Union speech has been cancelled by Nancy Pelosi because she doesn't want to hear the truth, Mr. Trump, he said, had fine, so further down the rabbit hole we go. As an alternative to the Don and Nancy drama, the Senate could take a small but solid step toward rescuing Americans from further pain and humiliation, when on Thursday it takes up to reopen the government. After weeks of insisting that there is nothing Senate Republicans can do about the shutdown, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has agreed to hold a floor vote on two proposals to end it. A clear sign that lawmakers are feeling the heat and anxious to at least look like they're taking action. One measure is the immigration plan that Mr. Trump rolled out Saturday, an offering that seems custom designed to turn off Democrats. The second is far back then, Mr. Trump initially agreed to accept the stopgap plan, before executing a last-minute backflip after being by Rush Limbaugh and Ann Coulter. This time, this would be a waste. Embracing a short. On the other hand, if members of the majority decline to step up, they should expect Democrats to ratchet up the pressure. Pass or fail, this was always a dishonest narrative. Mr. McConnell, with Thursday's votes, Republicans will no longer have that cover. In December, obviously, a short-term extension does not address the underlying issues that led to this shutdown. But by reopening, considering the president's track record, this is a reasonable concern. But if the assumption now is that Mr. McConnell is looking to send a message to Mr. Trump with this pair of votes. Both measures failing, but counting on this president to behave rationally has burned Mr. McConnell before. The only thing follow the New York Times opinion section on, and
raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.